1988 Mini 1.3 injection here with the factory Cooper Sport pack there with the wider arches and bits and pieces on that. So it's the 1.3 injection car, this one. 1998 in the year, in blue with a white roof and those lovely Mini Light style alloys as well. White decals as well down the bonnet there. Right, bodyweight wise, we're going to start off the bonnet, work our way around this lovely little Mini onto the interior, and then we'll go for a cold engine start up. Lovely and straight up the decals on the bonnet, no real issues there at all. No flaking or stone chips to those. Up the right hand side of the bonnet, all nice and tidy, some very light surface scratches where it's been washed over the years, and the odd little bird poo mark here and there. With a good machine polish would square that away, but it's all nice and shiny. We've got no rust underneath the window there on the left hand side or the right hand side. We've got a little bit of crazy in the paint across the front scuttle there. But overall, very nice, very tidy and presentable, this one. Onto the headlights there, lovely and clear on both sides. So the indicators, nice aluminium grille there. I think that's not chrome, it's like sort of aluminium. All important below the seams there, nice and tidy. Got a few tiny little blebs, and I mean very small. You can just see that there in the camera below the left hand side light, but the actual seam itself on the front valance where it's welded on is lovely and straight. Across the front of the bumper, a little bit of scratching and some pitting in the bumper, but all in all very presentable. And we've got two holes on either side where there must have been something mounted. I think it's had those chrome bits mounted at some point. Right hand side again, a few little marks underneath there, but no real rust at all in that all important place underneath the headlamp and across that lower valance, all nice and presentable there. As we come up the driver's wing top, lovely and straight. It's a lovely deep blue, this one, all nice and presentable on the lower half or the top half of the driver's wing. Your Cooper Sport pack arches, like I've said, nice and tidy, no corrosion in the seam there. As we come along, you'll have a good look at the wheels and tyres there. Nice Yokohamas all the way around on those deep dish Mini Light style wheels. Across the lower half of the sill section, all blue in the paint. No nasty stone guards half at the door or anything like that. Your little air panels there is all nice and presentable. The odd little surface scratch here and there and the odd little stone chip to be concerned about, and that's all really. See them there, a few little stone chips, no blebbing on the bottom of the driver's door that I can see there. A few little scratches here and there. A few little scratches around the handle as well, but overall all lovely and straight down the driver's door. As we come back onto the rear quarter and around that arch, again, a nice deep reflection, a few little marks on the arch there at the back on the driver's side, and a few little stone chips once again, but a slightly bigger scratch at the back there. But again, lovely and straight down the quarter. You can see a good deep reflection to the paintwork. The odd little car part and dent there just on the rear quarter, and a few little, like I say, light surface scratches where it's been washed, and maybe the odd little bit in the paint, but overall very usable, very presentable. Not a rusty old Mini, this one, and quite a desirable one with it being the 1.3 injection car. Nice and tidy again on the rear quarter on the driver's side. Light lenses are crystal clear on both sides. The bumpers nice and tidy as well. And again, both bumpers front and rear got these little holes in there that have been covered over. But apart from that, all nice and usable. Around the rear screen, no corrosion coming through anywhere. All nice and tidy around the rear screen. No problems at all with that there. The boot itself's in lovely order. No big dings or dents or corrosion or nasty marks at all. Boots again, some light surface scratching where it's been washed, but that's all to really worry about there. Got a bit of a stain down the channel here where the fuel's been put in at some point. A little bit of a stain in there. A polish would sort that out, but apart from that, no corrosion. Nice and tidy once again down the left hand rear quarter. The odd little light surface scratch and maybe a few little bird poo marks to all really to sort of mention on that there. And again, a few little stone chips on the wide arch there. So come down the lower half of the passenger door, again, no bleb on that, and see all nice and straight, a good deep reflection of the blue paint. Again, the odd little minor imperfection in the paint here and there, but again, very usable. Not a bad example at all, this one. Really nice in the sunlight as well on that blue paint. It's got a really good reflection to it, and again, a few little bits and stone chips and bits and pieces on the arch itself, but again, level as you're going to find down there on the passenger side. Good reflection. You see the reflection of the other cars in the paintwork. Obviously been looked after, this one. Clearly been loved. So we come round onto the interior now. Door card itself is nice and tidy. Got the aftermarket speakers there. No rips or tears to the door card. A little bit of delamination to the wood, which is pretty standard on these later minis, but not too bad. I know there's some crack in there, but it's not flaking off in chunks anywhere. The driver's seat showing a bit of wear. It's the right amount of wear for the year and the mileage. A bit of discoloration on the lower half of the driver's bolster and the lower swab, but once again, no rips or tears. It's still lovely and firm. Nice place to be sat at. So you've got the half painted leather wheel there with a little bit of wear to the silver bits on the side of the wheel on both sides. And again, a little bit of delamination, well, some delamination to the wood on the dashboard. You can clearly see that there. Dials are lovely and clear, easy to read. Got a little bit of a crack in the dashboard on the right hand side, and the same again in the same place on the left hand side. Nice black, dark black carpet set throughout, and a lovely unsagging headlining there. Lift the seat forward to go into the rear. I've only got one hand, so bear with me there. My assistant has disappeared. Into the rear there, all nice and tidy, no rips or tears at all in the rear seat, no problems at all with that. Bit of dodgy camera work, sorry about that. Into the boot now, see the battery in the boot floor there. Can have a good look at that. As we come round onto the left hand side, again the door guard's nice and tidy. Matching aftermarket speaker, again a little bit of cracking to the lacquer in the wood on the door cap, but not flaking off in big chunks. No rips or tears to the actual door guard itself. Rear seat from the left hand side, all nice and tidy, again no rips or tears at all to the rear seat. Both seats folding forward as they should. And minimal wear to the bolster on the passenger side. Little bit of cracking and some discoloration there, but no big rips or tears at all. And again, all lovely and firm. Onto the engine bay now. So you've got an operated radiator there, different air filter. This is a 1.3 injection car. And we got James to find it life for us. Firing straight into life with this being injection, there's no choke, there's no sort of warm-up procedure. Air conditioning model as well. James is saying that's nice and cold, so that's good. Taking over nice and happy there. No problems at all with that. Bit of dodgy camera again. I apologise. I've only got one knackered hand here at the minute. All nice and happy there. And there you have it, the 1998 Mini Cooper 1.3 injection with the sport pack kit on it there in blue, white roof, white decals, and lovely mini light style wheels there.